Welcome Aries to Spiritual Rebirth Tarot. This is Madelyn, and here on this channel we're really looking for hope and healing in your soul journey. And so as we look at that today for October 18 through 24 in that week, let's take a look at some of the animal deck first from Colette, Baron-Reid. Okay, so let's take a look at the animals that are being be great for you for this week to focus on, the messages that will be coming out in that. So the first one is the white raven. That's one of my favorites. It's 66, so you might want to look up the number 66 for the angel number. And see, it's called Trust in the Magic. And then there's the grasshopper, Take a Leap of Faith. And so as you trust in the magic, the raven really has a lot to do with, the raven has a lot to do with synchronicities. So it might be that you'll notice things that are coming from all different directions that are kind of the same thing, pushing you towards something. And that those synchronicities are coming from this kind of spirit, which is trust in the magic. So it could be that we've kind of gotten unused to magic because we're older and gotten away from that stuff. But it's still there. And so we can take a leap of faith into knowing that's there for us. And then let's take a look at the oracle deck for the chakras and see which chakra will be the one that you should focus on this week. So you focus on communication, which is the throat chakra. And this communication especially has to do with between people, whether it's family members, friends, whoever it is, that communication will be really important. Now, if you want to work on opening the throat chakra, certainly always going to someone with Reiki will help a lot with that. And then also just working on opening it through meditating on blue, wearing blue, eating blue, thinking about blue, having blue crystals in your life. And this week, just kind of focus on blue and communication. Both communication has to do with listening and speaking. So increasing your listening skills and your speaking skills. So Aries, the other thing I wanted to mention about the white raven is I did do an entire reading one time on the white raven. You can find it in my YouTube channel. So this is a general reading, so some of it will resonate with you today and some won't. If it does resonate, please hit the thumbs up and subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell, so you can get more videos as they come out every week. So let's take a look at, when we're trusting in the magic, we're looking for the synchronicities in life, and we take a leap of faith into something this week. Let's see more about that and about those energies in the tarot. So the first card is the situation that we will have, the overall situation for the week. So what we do is we put Reiki energy into the deck to help guide us to the right cards. Okay, so the situation is the Four of Swords. So you may have recently been having something that was kind of difficult in your life, and you're having to take a little break from that. So Aries, the underneath is the Fool. So it's a fire energy, but it's also a Sagittarius, but it's kind of like a fire energy. So if we look at the white raven and the grasshopper, Take a Leap of Faith, is like this card, is like the grasshopper. He's a grasshopper on the edge, ready to take a leap into the unknown, not knowing exactly where he's going. Some people think he's a fool in the attempts that he's doing. So that's kind of the thing that is in your foundation. It could be related to your family, your grounding, or anything in the lower chakras. And then the benefit for you this week is the Ace of Wands. So some new opportunities coming into Ace of Swords. New opportunities to help you with this kind of like maybe this older sword energy that you've been dealing with. And the two of Wands is in the crown, which is kind of in your mind and in your thinking. And so you're kind of looking at the world this week, and you're thinking about the world. And maybe you're thinking about Armenia and Azerbaijan, I think it's called, that are in conflict right now. You know, and it's like, I was listening to this lady, I think it's called Some Order News on Instagram, and she's talking about how this is happening. They fight over territory and over land, and how important land is. You know, you look at him looking over his land, you know, and his earth, and how important land is. But here, well, what really happens is once a few shots are fired and war begins, people like you and me have to hide in your basements and might end up getting killed, just, you know, the normal people. And when she said it that way, she's like, regular people like you and me are hiding in their basements for safety. And I'm like, you know, to think, yeah, we have dealt a little bit with, you know, with the coronavirus, with thinking about safety, but wow, you know, to have to all of a sudden be facing war over a conflict between, you know, the land masses. And then our country really can't come in because Armenia is asking us to help, but Turkey's on the side, the other side, Azerbaijan, I cannot never say that correct. Turkey's on the other side. So here we have these, this conflict going on, and we are in NATO with Turkey, and we're asking, you know, and Armenia is asking us for help as a Christian nation. So, you know, things are, it's probably easiest for us to stay out of everything here. But, you know, so on the one hand, we see it as this little conflict in the world. On the other hand, you think, what would it be like if right now you and I had to be hiding instead of living our lives? And so that's kind of what we're doing, but we're not hiding from bombs. We're hiding from a virus. So the Page of Cups is the outcome for this week. So kind of like a new love offer, a young love offer. I mean, I'm even kind of just thinking that it's your children offering you their affection. You know, like if you have children, or somebody young in your life just coming and offering affection, not necessarily a romantic gesture, but just a true happy feeling of, you know, I'm so glad that you're in my life and that you give meaning to me. That's how I'm feeling. So the underneath of the deck is the Victory card. So that's the overall energy of the reading. And so, and with that card comes the 8. So we have a lot of 3s here in the original cards because the grasshopper is 30, which is the 3 in numerology. And communication is 21, 2 plus 1 is 3. So both of those have to do with a connection and, you know, the communication and taking a leap of faith. It's like you know, and God connected together in connection as you decide to take this new venture. And then 66, you know, you can put 3 into it and then get 22. which is, so anyway, take a look at 66, the number, and see what comes up for that. So let's pull a couple of cards. In the extended, we'll definitely look at Sagittarius, and let me see. So if we're looking at, you know, victory, and it's kind of like you're having a victory at work. It's kind of like an underlying theme of the week, you know, that you're having a victory at work. For some of you. So for some of you, if you, let's say you have a big project coming up, know that that project's going to go well. You know, this card really, I mean, that victory card just, it doesn't want to stay on the table. You know, the victory card really kind of guarantees you, you know, especially with you being the fiery energy as well, Aries, just that things are going to go well for you. Okay, so let's take a look at a couple of these cards. Let's get a little more understanding of this victory at work. What will that be about? So quickly moving into happiness and a kind of a new opportunity for making more money. So you'll be real happy about something that moves fairly quickly. So, you know, the quick moving, you know, so something moving fairly quickly, and you'll be offered more money or more growth in your job. Okay. And then let's take a look at the Fool. So the thing that you may be taking a leap of faith about this week. So what will you be jumping into? So it could be the same thing, the thing at work that's going to bring you a lot of happiness and finances. But let's take a look at a little bit more about what it means, why the Fool is here. The Fool card. Okay. Hierophant, Nine of Cups, and Judgment. Okay, so it's going to be something related to like a government, big business, big church, big something. Could be something more legal, but it also is kind of like because it's the 5. I'm kind of thinking it's a big leap of faith. It's should I really work on that project? But it's gonna reap rewards. So okay, do it. And you just have the confidence. This card's all about confidence. You know, have that confidence in yourself. You have all your cups lined up. You have all your ducks in a row. So go for it. That big thing shows up at work and you go for it. You have the confidence to do it. And it's really going to make a big change in your life. So I think that this communication card is really important because, you know, don't jump into something that you haven't asked some questions about. You know, so find out more about it. You know, like you don't want to go buy a business without learning how to run a business. You know, so you still need the communication. You still need to learn. You can't just jump into the new thing blindly. You know, just because it's saying he doesn't have a blindfold on. You know, people think he looks like a fool, but he's done his homework. And I think that's what this raven is about. You know, the raven will lead you to these things that you need to know about. It'll show you those little things that you need to know this week. So it's a really exciting week for some of you. Something's going to come up at work. It's going to say, hey, go for it, but do your homework in the process. And make sure you know where you're going, but know that you have the confidence and you have the victory coming to you. So in the extended, let's look at Taurus, Sagittarius, and Leo. At those 3 signs, see if those signs are in your life. If this has resonated with you, we'll take a look at the blocks. come on over. We'll take a look at the blocks, the hopes and fears, advice from our higher self, and some other clarification like that. So the link is below. Okay, thanks for coming over, Aries.